Good afternoon. My name is Jim Petrik. I'm a crop and livestock producer down here in the east part of South Dakota, down here at Gayville, between Yankton and Vermilion. Today, and throughout the semester, we're going to share with you a little bit about our farming operation. We run a really diversified operation. We raise crops, including corn and soybeans and alfalfa, and most of that gets used to feed our livestock operations. We raise a lot of hogs and produce breeding stock for other pork producers throughout the Midwest. In addition to that, we also run a small cow-calf herd. So, throughout the semester, we're going to get you a little more up to speed about the individual parts of our operation. But for today, I think to just get you introduced, we'll just take a quick tour around and show you what we're up to. Harvest is fast approaching out here on our farm. Our crops are ripening. It's getting to be the middle of September. So we've got about 3 weeks before we'll need to be in the field and combining our corn and soybeans. There's a tremendous amount of work that needs to be done between now and when harvest starts in terms of all the equipment that we have to get ready to go. So we've got to get our grain bins clean, and we've got to get them ready to store the next year's crop. We've got a lot of specialized equipment that gets used during harvest, like the combine here, for example. Now, of course, many of these machines have a lot of moving parts, and so we need to get all this equipment through the shop and get it all looked over to make sure it's prepared to run great during harvest. Because when harvest starts, we're extremely busy. We don't want to have a lot of breakdowns. So it's really important that we take the time to get through our machinery and look it all over, replace any parts that look like they're getting worn out, and so we can be ready to go. So that's something we're really going to be working hard on here in the next month. Pork production is a big part of our farming operation. Every month we get in about 400 to 500 head of these baby pigs. These guys have been in here about 3 weeks. They'll come in here at about 14 pounds off our sow farm. When they leave the mother, they're about 3 weeks of age. They'll come in here at about 14 pounds, and then we'll hold them in these nursery buildings where it's very warm and a very comfortable environment for them. And we'll leave them in here for about 8 weeks. We'll take the pigs up to about 60 pounds in here, where they'll go on to the finishing buildings. But tomorrow, we're very busy today moving pigs and washing barns, because tomorrow we've got another big group of these guys coming in. So that's a big part of our day here today. Here's some bigger pigs. These pigs are ready to move out of our nursery buildings tonight. Like I said, we've got baby pigs coming to the barn tomorrow. So these pigs will be all moved out of the barn tonight, and this barn will be washed and disinfected. So we're ready to receive new babies here on Thursday. So this is kind of the size they get. These pigs have only been here 8 weeks. They're pretty rambunctious, as you can tell. But these little guys have only been here about 8 weeks, and already they've reached a weight of about 60 pounds. So they're ready to move out into the finishing barn. One of our fun family activities we have is 4-H. All our kids have always been very involved in 4-H. And one of the things they do, of course, is they get to show pigs. There's some pretty special females that will be breeding for 4-H winners. They'll have babies in about February, and then our kids will get to show them at the fair next year. So these little ladies here will have a pretty good life. So, that's more fun activity. This is one of our finishing barns where the pigs will be fed from 60 pounds until they get to market. It's really important for the pigs to stay healthy that we keep the environment really clean and really sanitary. Pictured here are Jared and Ben, 2 of our employees, and today they're busy washing this barn up to keep the dust down. We like to go through the barn every so often and wash the ceiling and the walls and the floors so we can keep a really healthy environment for the pigs. Our cows and calves are still out on the pasture at this time of year, so they don't take a tremendous amount of time. We've been getting kind of dry here the last 6 weeks, so we have been giving them some extra feed in the mornings. And as you can see, they're all looking at me wondering if I brought them a treat or not. But since we did that already this morning, I don't have any extra goodies, so they're going to be kind of mad at me. It's really windy out here today. But, these little calves will be weaned. They'll be taken away from their mothers here in about a month or 6 weeks, and then they'll be ready to be raised on their own. The mothers have been bred back. They'll have babies again next March or April. And the calves, we will grow them out probably till about January or February next year. We'll take them up to about 800 pounds, and then we'll go ahead and market them. Our hog operation is kind of like that as well, except that the top end of the females will be sold for breeding stock to other producers. And about 60 to 75% of the hogs that we raise will go ahead and be harvested to put food on your tables. As I told you earlier, our crops are rapidly getting ready and getting close to harvest. This is a field of corn that was planted about the 2nd or 3rd week of May. I can't recall exactly. But as you can see, the ears are really getting developed pretty nicely. We had a really challenging spring here on the farm because we farmed down here close to the Missouri River. So we were very, very wet. Unfortunately, we had quite a bit of our ground that we weren't even able to get planted this year. So it's going to be kind of a short crop for us this year. But the corn that we do have in the ground, some of it does look quite good. As you can see, the ears are fully developed, and when we break them open, we can see that the moisture in the kernels is about halfway down. You see how it's still soft and wet on the inside of the kernels, but the outside half is dry and hard. So this corn's probably about 45% moisture. So hopefully sometime in about the next month, we'll be able to get ready to harvest this field. But I just kind of wanted to show you where we're at as far as our crops. And we'll probably end up harvesting our soybeans first this year before the corn is ready. But hopefully we'll have a decent harvest on the acres that we did get planted. That's about all I've got to share with you for today. I think we've probably used up our allotted time. So we'll visit about some more of this stuff in a little more detail the next time we get together. Thanks for your time.